you see this belt right here? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it represents? It means going to wrestling school, all the behind the scenes, boy club bullshit, the shit that ran me out of wrestling. I took a year off. I thought I was done with this shit. Then I started no ring death match. Everyone told me it was stupid. I took heat. Everyone said, what a bad idea. You're putting a black eye on professional wrestling. And in a year of doing no rings, I got it over. People in LA are stealing it. Fuck LA! Fuck LA! Everyone wants to do it. I changed the game. You know what this belt means? It means I was right and you were wrong. It means all the bloodshed, all the broken bones. It was all fucking worth it. And it means I am better and smarter and more creative than the whole lot of you motherfuckers.
Pro wrestling is the oldest form of Americana folk performance art.
It's just a certain breed of individuals that really go out and they put themselves out there and they're really putting everything on the line.
I go in there and I fight motherfuckers. That's what I get paid to do. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck what you think about it.
Fans are going wild when you're bashing light tubes over each other's heads. There's nothing like it.
Injuries, the things that happen to us, the cuts, the blood, it's only as bad as you mentally make it out to be. Well, no, it sucks. It actually hurts a lot.
You know, something bad could happen, something great could happen. You're encased by a group of fucking people, shit hammered, screaming your name to kill the other guy. How could you not like that?
I would get scarred up for this any day of the week, you know? My name is Christian Salvatore Toronto, and I wrestle as the hipster heartthrob, Casanova Valentine. Blah. From my earliest memories, I just remember wrestling. I always loved wrestling, but I didn't know how to do it. I was dating a girl in upstate New York. We moved to Brooklyn. She always knew I wanted to be a wrestler, and she'd always kind of like browbeat me about it. She's like, that's lame. And then when we broke up, I was just bouncing at a bar in Brooklyn. I was like, fuck it, I got nothing going on. Why don't I become a pro wrestler? Why not? I found a wrestling school called NYWC, New York Wrestling Connection, in Deer Park, Long Island. They treat you like shit. They beat the fuck out of you. And so I'd have to drive 2 hours, get the shit kicked out of me, 2 hours back. You know, you do a year of wrestling school and you just want to fucking debut. You want to do it. A lot of the vets took my eagerness and my excitement to be creative as disrespect.
This devil's got a recipe. This ain't better, also got a flavor. All you need to do is find the right trail. Your heaven's got a waiting list. That devil's got a tail. All you needed was a little fire.
Orders back here for
Not really a lot. It feels like there's a lot.
There's a few.
I was in the Indies in New York for probably a year and a half, and I was just frustrated. I started pro wrestling as an outlet for my depression. I was sad, my life was going nowhere. I wanted something to look forward to and something to do creatively, and it wasn't filling that void for me anymore. It started to feel like work. When I was like 18, I created the persona MC Death Bear. It was just a name for my street tag. I originally started Casanova Valentine as like a side performance piece, and then I was a year removed from pro wrestling. I just wanted to do a pro wrestling themed art show. And I was trying to think of something interesting to do with the show. I was just like, why don't I do a match in the venue space? So it originally was an art installation. The first one I did is I got Indestructible Joe Attell. He was the first guy that was crazy enough to do it. I remember hitting him up because I was like, no one would want to do this. But I knew Joe would do it.
The no-ring deathmatch thing, like I guess everybody was afraid to do it. You know, I was the first one to take the chance to do it. And there were certain people who were like bad-mouthing it, and then it got started to get popular. And now those people want to do it. It's ridiculous, and now it's cool.
I said, goddamn!
I got band-aids if you need
I just don't want to die, you know, other than that, I'm okay.
Now that the no-ring shows have gotten over, other places are trying to do it. But the difference between their shows and what my shows is, for me, it was about art, culture, my friends, and doing a party. My friends are playing music on the show. I'm wrestling. It's a creative outlet, and that's why my shows are successful, because everyone's excited to do it, because I get a friend to record them. I get the Boulevard Bullies to ref them. It's not just me, it's a collective of all the creative, cool people I know.
We're at the Tender Trap in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. We're here with actually the hipster heartthrob, Casanova Valentine. You're about to have a death match right here at this bar.
We are gonzo wrestling journalists. We bring the alternative wrestling stories to the forefront. Yeah. We're like making fun of TMZ, kind of being a satire of the overly critical, too cool for school wrestling fan.
How many birthday wishes for Jimmy Lloyd? Birthday wishes for Jimmy Lloyd.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Our brand of journalism is very punk rock, is kind of heavy metal, niche, fringe stuff. There's not enough spotlight on this genre of the business, so I think we're just doing what we can to help promote something that we love.
There have been 8 no-ring deathmatch shows and it hasn't been shut down yet, but it's gonna get shut down because we stole a cinder block.
It was never meant to take off. I was only going to do the one, and then it got so popular, and there was so much demand for it. I did another one. I did another one. And then before you know it, I got bigger names to do it.
Casanova Bulldozer! Casanova Bulldozer!
It kind of took on its own life.
A revolution, and I hit you up to come here and do this for you. You just beat a 7-time deathmatch tournament winner, and in my book, you've earned my fucking respect, bro.
Deathmatch wrestling is something I always wanted to do. To be a deathmatch wrestler, you definitely have to have a few screws loose. This isn't for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. You got to have a little bit of a pain tolerance. Underground deathmatch bar fight scene that Casanova has, revolutionized. I saw he did a few of them in Brooklyn. What he was doing in the beginning, I thought a lot of guys were kind of hesitant to jump into because it was kind of frowned upon. But then you see guys like Masada do it and a few others. I initially hit him up and say, hey man, I'm interested in doing one of these. I think you're on to something. You're doing something different. You found your niche and it's got a following.
You did your shit in here. Now come do it in the ring.
Now that I started the no-ring death matches and I was finally able to give my creativity an outlet through pro wrestling, I can do what I want to do with my character. It's more fulfilling than just going to a wrestling show and doing what they wanted me to do. I'm cool to do that with other promotions, but I need a creative outlet for myself. So now I have it. Now I don't mind playing ball with other promotions as long as I can do what I want to do with Casanova Valentine. And now, through the no-rings, I can do that.
To be a deathmatch wrestler, it takes a lot of band-aids, some good health insurance, If you half-ass it, you're going to die and not last long. So it takes that full 100% commitment or nothing.
Oh my God.
Can you text that to me?
Casanova! Casanova!
Casanova Valentine has been eliminated.
Dude, I don't know if
Dude, you were over. They were chanting your name. That's all that matters.
But yeah, that's the only thing. I feel bad I fucked that up though. I don't know. Maybe I didn't put enough momentum on it. Schlack isn't much of a gimmick. I think Schlack is kind of Schlack. He's just like tattooed up, missing teeth, bad motherfucker. I pity anyone who doesn't like Schlack because they're just missing out on one of the best dudes I've ever met.
To be a deathmatch wrestler now takes a lot of balls, a lot of stupidity. I'm 50-50. Tattooing is not an easy fucking thing. You're monitoring 5 different things going on at the same time. It's like playing a guitar or wrestling. You know, it all fucking goes together as far as I'm concerned. People come in and they pay me money to hurt them while I bust their balls and talk shit. And then when they're done, they're like, wow, that was awesome. That was extremely satisfying. Thank you very much. It's kind of like wrestling. I go in and beat the living shit out of somebody and people pay me money to do it. And then, you know, I walk out and everyone's like, man, that was great, dude. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the match. I guess it all fits together. I like the combat aspect of it, dude. It's like the closest thing you can get to fucking modern gladiator type shit. Especially with deathmatch stuff.
Being a pro wrestler is great. It's taken me places I never would have been, places I wouldn't know were awesome. Just recently I got booked for the Gathering of the Juggalos in Thornsville, Ohio.
I just told her, hey, I'm about to come back.
This is the Gathering of the Juggalos, the only counterculture pro wrestling music convention festival extravaganza on the world. Fuck Burning Man, fuck all that shit. This is where it goes down.
Thank you. My hole's too small, I already know it, but I'm just going for it anyway.
Ready?
Cheers.
What?
Let's fucking die!
What the fuck are you gonna do with that? Holy fuck! He's getting treated like the mark that he is. Holy fuck! There you go, Big Joe. Take him out. Boom!
Yeah, I just tweaked it, so
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thanks for everyone being so cool.
We are here at the Gathering of the Juggalos, Night 1, Battle of the Sexes, and we are in the main event in a Death Do Us Part death match.
Yeah.
Little bonus for the fans at ringside. That's fuck! He's forcing him to drink it. This is awesome.
It's the only time you're going to see like light tubes and barbed wire and a bunch of people willingly scarring themselves for life because of wanting to entertain the fans.
How would you even describe the fans?
A, it's a rabid fan base. B, people want to see it because I feel like if they haven't seen it before, they need to see something new and crazy in their life. And I feel like once you see a death match and you get hooked on that fucking adrenaline rush and all that blood and violence, there's no going back.
Every show I try to drink beers and hang out with the fans because without them wanting to see me, I would have no career. You know, without interest in me and people wanting to see me, I wouldn't be anywhere.
You got blood all over your phone. Sorry. No.
You got blood on my phone.
There would be no professional wrestling without fans to enjoy it and fans to escape. This is an entertainment form for them. This is an outlet. I started a Matter of Pride, which is the first openly LGBTQ pro wrestling promotion, and I really want to give wrestling fans and workers alike an alternative to professional wrestling. It wasn't until I met Casanova and I saw his vision and I saw what he was trying to do that not only did I respect it, but I became a vast fan of it. I bring a different flair to the deathmatch scene because I am by no means a deathmatch wrestler, but I bring that little umph of showmanship, I bring that little umph of sex appeal.
Oh, goddamn! Goddamn!
How does the Boy Diva prepare for a special guest referee spot for a no-ring deathmatch?
Right. There's a lot of weapons, there's a lot of violence involved.
What's different about Casanova Valentine's deathmatch compared to any death matches that came before him is there are no ring death matches, there are no bar death matches, and they take place in like a dive bar. It's really personable. The crowd is like legit inches away from the fighters. It's really violent. There's no structure to it. It's balls to the wall. It's pretty much more of a bare knuckle fight than anything, and there's weapons involved, and it really raises the bar higher of how violent the professional wrestling world could get.
As time goes on, the sport evolves. You know, things change. Violence and blood in pro wrestling isn't new. There's images of Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes drenched in blood doing bull rope matches. The blood's always been in pro wrestling. Barbed wire's been in wrestling since the fucking 80s. It's not new. But as everything goes, it goes on. It gets more extravagant. It gets crazier. You do more wild stuff. And now we're at the point where we're at today with the light tubes and everything.
You know, when you get cut with that fucking glass and it sheds through your body and it makes like a 2-inch gash and blood starts seeping through, that's a different type of pain, man. The scars I got tonight, I'm pretty sure, I didn't really check them out, but I'm pretty sure I got some slices up there when he smashed it with the light tube. I look at scars as a badge of honor for me, man. I literally got glass stuck in my leg right here from 2002. I love what I do. I have a passion for it. I never back down to another man. We're paying our dues, man. We're working hard. Listen, what I do is I tear out to them fans, man. Everything I do in that ring is for the fans. The atmosphere and that energy that the fans create in that fucking building is ridiculous. It's hard for me to explain, man.
We got Schlack right here. Schlack, we're running up on you.
What's up?
I think you might be the best promo in deathmatch wrestling.
You're making me blush.
Up next, in the Schlack versus Death Series, Friday, March 29th at Lucky 13 in Brooklyn, New York. It's Schlack versus Casanova Valentine, the hipster heartthrob, in a no-ring fucking death match.
Social media is extremely important for independent wrestlers. It gives them an ability to show their content in both promo and match form, give people accessibility, like all that normal stuff, but also it gives you a chance to further your wrestling character.
The best thing about social media now is I have my Instagram and my Twitter, and I can cut a promo on my phone and instantly it's on the internet and can be all over the fucking world. I don't need a full film crew. I can directly interact with fans now. It's a crazy time to be an indie wrestler.
This Saturday, Combat Zone Wrestling Tournament Death! Big Joe, it all comes to an end. Because hot, black Brooklyn Death is coming for you.
This is degeneracy, white trash, chaos, everything I love about life. It's great.
My face is finished. My body's gone.
They're making sure they're not hurting each other. And they put you on that breaking edge where you think they are hurting each other and everybody's okay.
That I must above all things love myself. That I must above all things love myself. That I must above all things love myself.
It's such an abstract thing to do in life that hardly anyone will ever do. That's the appeal, you know, live a life that no one else lives.
Blood, sweat, tears for these motherfuckers that care about this out here. Right here is what I'm talking about, big dog. That ain't bullshit. When we go in there and paint this picture that y'all watch, you may say we're crazy, there's something wrong with us. There's something wrong with every motherfucker in this world, baby.
Fucking barroom brawls, you know, they're travelling all over the country to like little fucking punk rock dive bars with big guys beating the fuck out of each other.
Definitely wear some protective gear, goggles, mask, and watch out for flying shrapnel because it's a possibility.
The difference between
What we do in death matches and what other people do in death matches is we actually wrestle in our death matches and do the stuff that you'll see on TV.
It's just like insane. It's something that you just have to experience. If you can see it live and see me land a super kick an inch from your face, that shit's fucking enthralling, dude.
I don't think people realize like the level of madness that they could see at some of these shows.
If you want to see me put a man through so much pain that I nearly hospitalize him, come watch a death match.
It's all I've ever wanted to do. It gives my life meaning.
Step up, bring it. Yes, sir. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wheels licked. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wheels licked. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wheels licked. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wheels licked. Beat him up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat him up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat him up.